Ladies and gentlemen, you can't make this stuff up. The markets across the board are getting absolutely crushed. Currencies across the board are getting absolutely destroyed. The pound over the last 24 hours had a flash crash of over 500 pips. Currencies across the board just getting whacked. Yet the dollar is the safe haven currency up over 20% for the year to date. Global bonds are now in a bear market, first time in over 70 years. This market is absolutely crazy. It's the end of the shmita year cycle, the 7 year cycle. We got so much to talk about. Before I get into this stuff, I would like to hear from your opinion about how you are financially preparing yourself, maybe your family, for retirement. Are you exiting any of your stock positions and moving them into different stock positions? What is your play for the next 2 to 5 years? Are you investing in gold? Do you believe the stock market is going to go back up to all time highs? I don't know, but I want to hear what you guys are financially invested in. I think this would be a great exercise if we all came together, just shared our quick opinion, because I think everybody is worried. Yes, we're day traders, we're trying to make money from trading, but ultimately, how to make money long term, right? So I would like to hear from you guys actually in the comments below. What is your top three plays that you are personally invested in for the next 2 to 5 years? All right, and just give a 1 to 2 quick sentences about why and what your positions are. All right, I would love to read them, so let me know, because across the board, like I said, the pound, the currencies have been getting absolutely racked. I actually made a picture, let me find it right here, going over the gold performance and the currency performance year to date. Now, typically, we know inflation is getting out of hand. It's skyrocketing. They're sitting there saying it's 8.5%. It's not bad. We're in a great economy. The economy is doing fantastic. How do these guys keep a straight face when they go up and they talk to the reporters and to the world saying we are in a great economy? Like if I was behind Joe Biden and he was coming out there saying we have a great economy. It's the economy's what's going up. I would just be sitting there laughing. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's hysterical. But luckily, you guys know, I know you guys know it's all BS. And that's why I want to hear from you guys. But this chart right here is breaking down the gold performance year to date and the currency performance year to date. We know the money has been leaving every market out there. The debt market is about to explode. It's getting out of hand. It's moving nonstop up rapidly. The US dollar is up over 19% for the year. The euro down 15. The pound down 21%. I was actually making this chart, and after I finished, I had to go back and double check. I swear to gosh, I changed five of these different numbers from gold to the currency performance. I changed five of them because they fluctuated over 1% during a 30-minute time. By the time you guys are watching this, these could be off by 2-3%. I wouldn't be surprised. The Japanese yen down 20%. The Canadian down 8. Aussie down 11. I have them all listed out here for you. I don't have to name every single one of them. But you see the currencies that are performing the worst. The gold is doing well. And to be honest, not even that well. Wait till you really see gold take off and become the safe haven once people leave and they realize the US dollar is in the worst shape because people are just feared. They're going into cash. Cash is probably, it's not a bad investment to have. It is a position. Are you sitting in cash? I don't know. You let me know. It's not a bad investment, but the purchasing power of your cash is losing 15-20% yearly because of the inflation that's probably going to get worse. But a good hedge for that is gold. And we can see that by looking at the euro. The euro is down 15%, but gold is up 5.5. The pound is up 15% in gold, but it's down 21% for the currency. People are going into gold as a safe haven currency. Wait till people realize the dollar is the worst one and people start taking their money out of the dollar and actually putting it into a safe haven. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know in the comments below. Because in fact, if stuff really gets bad, you look at countries that have already gone through hyperinflation, the Turkish lira, Argentina, Peru, right? Zimbabwe, Venezuela. They make literally the vendors will sell you trillion-dollar notes, but the notes are like sculptures of birds and like buildings, but it's worth 10 cents, all the money. But go back 5 years ago, okay, that would be worth probably a couple $100. Right now it's worth 10 cents. So you look at some of the currencies that are going through this hyperinflation, the whole monetary system, central bankers collapse, you're going to see everything collapse, and you're going to see where the money really starts going into. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? XAU, TRY, TRK, TRY, the Turkish lira. Another example of what happens when the dollar loses its purchasing power. You see gold skyrocket, right? So it's only a matter of time, in my opinion, this is my opinion, that you see gold really start to take off. I mean, that's why I really want to hear from your guys' opinion. Do you guys have food supplies stashed up in case something really gets bad? I know. See, Russia is drafting its citizens that have any type of military background or police background or ex-military, anything like that, the reserves, they're all going into the war now. All right, they're getting drafted. Wait till it goes to the average Joe Blow citizens. And there's the Russia has the TikTokers, and these kids are like 17 years old. No beard, no nothing. They're like, what the hell are we doing here? You know what I mean? It's absolutely bonkers. The day that I would never go to war. It's probably the stupidest thing that you could do. The day I go and actually step on a battlefield is the day that Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, is right next to me in my foxhole with a gun shooting at the enemy. Then I'll say, you know what? I still wouldn't go in that foxhole with him, but I'll tip his hat and say, hey, you're actually in the fight. Good on you, buddy. You're not just sitting back in your underground bunker or at your house or at your cottage that you seem to always escape to avoid any type of problem, which is what they all do. They send out their minions to go fight the war while the elite sit back and sip wine and have luxury star meals. So we can see here, if everything gets a lot worse, currencies, we can see this is the milkshake theory. I won't get into it, but you can check that out on YouTube. And just looking at how the dollar relatively to the US dollar, how other countries perform when inflation starts getting worse. You can see down here at the bottom, Argentina, the Turkish lira, I believe that's Italy. Things start getting really bad, right? And wait till hyperinflation kicks in. Woof! You're going to see everything crap to bed. And I found it a really interesting time that everything has been collapsing because it is September 26th, which means it's the end of the shmita. Now, I'm not going to get into what the whole end of the shmita cycle is. I strongly recommend, I'll actually have this video down below that you can check out if it interests you. But it's a good timeline it's like a Jewish calendar that every 7 years you're supposed to take 1 year off and completely just regen the earth, no work, don't do anything, just chill out. But they also use this calendar to time a lot of events. And we know what's been going on over the last 2 years. I can't say a lot of things. I kid you not. The censorship on YouTube is very serious. And just the fact that I said this, I know it's going to get demoted a bit because of that algorithm right there. Because I've explained or I've used certain words in about 4 or 5 of my videos. And the four or five videos before it will get 1,000 views, 1,200, 1,300. I talk about it, boom, that video, it could have just been a really crappy subject. Totally could be. Like this is one of the videos I don't normally do, but that video, 500 views. And then I go back to my regular stuff, okay, 1,200, 1,000, 900, 1,000, right? It's because you said something in that video that, boom, it flags it, and it doesn't want people to know. It's very true. Same thing on other social media apps. I mean, what's his face came out and talked about that. CEO of Meta now, what's his face? Mark Zuckerberg. He's like, well, we don't hide anything. You can post anything you want, but we're just not going to give the message out to everybody. It's like, yeah, you're censoring it. Yes, but we don't know if it's true. It's like you're censoring it. But all these things that came out to be true that you censored, you're not coming out and saying, hey, we were wrong. And a lot of these things that you're censoring are correct. Flabbergasted. Anyways, we talked about that Russia, Ukraine, how they're calling upon people. Also, nuclear option is on the table. Prepare yourself. Get food, get water. Who knows what's going to happen. But Shmita year is just really interesting. It ended today on the 26th. Something usually big happens. I think we could look back at this moment 2-3 years from down the line and say like, hey, yeah, World War III started. How did it start? Russia, Ukraine, right? Falls in the shmita year, right? Inflation, stock market, massive collapse because last time the shmita happened, nothing happened. It was just a regular time market sell off. But every time before that, big crashes in the market, crazy things happened. 86% of the US stock market value was wiped out. World War One started, all these different things end on these dates and start during this timeline of a 7 year cycle. It's really interesting stuff. But like I said, I want to hear from you guys about how you are preparing in this market. We look at currency, everything is crashing. I mean, you guys, I have different age ranges from people in different parts of the world. People are 20 years old, some people are 30 to 40, some people are 50 to 60. We're at different stages in life. While me personally, I might be willing to take risk, while somebody in their 50s or 60 is thinking about what's my retirement? How can I hold my purchasing power? Because I bet those guys are sweating a lot more. If you have zero net worth, you have nothing to worry about. You have nothing to worry about. Now, yeah, the laws can change and little things can happen, but you can't lose any money. You can't lose any money. You have everything to gain if you don't have a lot of money or you have no money. This is a great opportunity for you. But for somebody in their 40s and 50s and 60s, you might be starting to think like my retirement. And I'm interested in hearing how everybody is playing this market on a financial aspect. Are you realizing, hey, I think we're going into a serious recession? Are you leaving your current positions? Are you entering them in a different part of the market? What are you investing in? I don't know. Just give me the top three things that you really like and 1 to 2 sentences about why and how you prepare or whatever. Just let me know. Like, hey, I think this is a great investment. I think it's going to get a lot worse. That's all I want to hear. Top two, three things, what you think is a good 2 to 5 year plan or even more. And are you bullish, bearish? Are you thinking about your retirement? All right. Definitely a different video. I really appreciate you guys did like this video. These aren't videos I create very often, but during certain times, I think it is important to get the word out and to share information with one another because I know a lot of people, maybe your friends, you try to talk about money. Hey, what are you invested in? And people are like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. It's like, what are you invested in? We're trying to make money here, right? So come together, guys. We're all in this together. There it is. We're all in this together. Oh, okay, get out of here, guys. Let me know in the comments below. Cheers. Bye bye. Woohoo.